Honourable Minister of Sport, Fikile Mbalula, Deputy Minister Oosthuizen, our distinguished panel, other distinguished guests, colleagues, friends. I'm Mohsin Williams, editor of the New Age, and it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you here today, our first business briefing of 2013. We do these business briefings in partnership with the SABC and our sponsor today, Transnet. The New Age marked its second anniversary last month and is going from strength to strength, adding to the media diversity in our country. Our vision has been and is a celebration of South Africa's successes and giving our people hope. In this way, we aim to set a new benchmark in journalism. Today's business briefing is one with a difference, focusing on the beautiful game and South Africa's hosting of the Africa Cup of Nations. And we are looking forward to hearing from Minister Mbalula and the other panelists about the significance of the event. Thank you all for making yourself available today, and I would like to conclude with a plea. The prayers of South Africans seem to have worked wonders on the health of our beloved Madiba, and can I ask that you start praying for Bafana Bafana. But once again, welcome.
All right, so as I said, this series of business briefings are brought to you by the New Age and the SABC, but today sponsored by Transnet, and I'd like to call upon the chairman, Mafika Mkwanasi, to join us to say a few words. Yes, sir. Happy New Year.
Honourable Minister for Sport and Recreation, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, our special guest, Deputy Minister Oosthuizen, Chairperson of the Local Organizing Committee for the Africa Cup of Nations Tournament, Advocate Ingos Moelankonyan, Mr. Kirsten Nematandane, CEO of the LOC Mvuso Mbebe, representative of the Confederation of Africa Cup, our partners, the New Age, and SABC, represented by Claudi, the acting COO, colleagues, friends, and distinguished guests. Thank you for making time with us today. Let me start by congratulating Minister Mbalula and his team from the South African Football Association for bringing this spectacle to our country. Thank you for the Confederation of African Football for entrusting us with a task of this magnitude. I would like to apologize on behalf of our Group Chief Executive, Mr. Brian Molefe, who could not join us today. He's in Durban. It's about the 101-year-old liberation movement history and celebrations. The Africa Cup of Nations is more than just a football tournament. It is an opportunity for us to showcase what this country has to offer to visitors from every corner of the universe, like we did in 2010. Minister, I do not intend putting any more pressure on the current crop of Bafana Bafana players. However, I have to remind all of us here that the last time we had the honor of hosting the Afcon tournament in 1996, we won it. Minister Mbalula has spoken on various occasions about the need for development at grassroots level. It is with great pride to mention that at Transnet, we share the minister's position and passion. The legendary Transnet School of Excellence, our partnership with SAFA, has produced dozens of Bafana players over the last couple of years. I'm not one for name dropping, but geniuses like Stephen Pienaar, who is now a key member of the English Premier League side Everton team, is one of our graduates. So is Kaizer Chiefs and Bafana marksman Bernard Parker. Parker is currently the leading goal scorer in our league. On behalf of my colleagues at Transnet Foundation, our CSI unit, I wish to invite the Minister to make time to witness some of our achievements in grassroots development in various sports, especially in rural areas. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to implore all of us to give the panel our undivided attention and feel free to engage them in critical dialogue on issues that affect the Afcon tournament. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much indeed to Transnet for your continued commitment and contribution to making these business briefings happen. Thank you very much indeed for your thoughts there. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start to meet some of our guests that are going to be sitting up here in the panel. And what I'm going to do is actually ask a few of them to come up one by one just to say their few opening remarks, just to set the stage, as it were. And I'd like to start with perhaps perhaps someone who's having a very special day today. I believe it's your birthday, Mr. Nongonyana, today, and remarkably as well, he's the same age as the Afcon tournament itself. So a remarkable coincidence, and a great person to start with, the chairperson of the Orange Afcon LOC, Chief Mwelo Nongonyana. I gave your age away, sorry.
Yes, no, you're correct. Program Director, the Honorable Minister of Sport, Comrade Fikile Mbalula, Deputy Minister, the CAF Head of Marketing, Shahin, the LOC, the members of the board of the local organizing committee that are here present, Mr. President of South African Football Association, colleague Kirsten Nematandani, and members of the National Executive Committee of SAFA here present, the LOC CEO Mvuzo Mbebe, SABC Acting CEO Claudi Mzuneng, and my brother Mafiga Mkwanazi, who's representing our commercial partner Transnet, and all commercial partners that are here present. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and compliments of the new year to you all. With 8 days to go to the opening of the 29th edition of the Orange African Cup of Nations 2013 South Africa, with our head high, full of excitement and confidence that this country and the local organizing committee did not shy away to help CAF, it founded in 1957, when Libya could not be able to host this prestigious tournament this year. A quote from an unknown source says that which we persist in doing become easier. Not that the task itself has become easier, but that our ability to perform it has improved. End quote. The quote above bears testimony to the fact that to which we put our hearts and minds to it, and united with one common goal in its execution, there is no way that we can fail. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry once said, and I quote, "A pile of rocks ceases to be a rock when somebody contemplates it with idea of a cathedral in mind," end quote. It was with this belief that we raised our hand high for all to see that as a country we had, within limited time and resources available to us, come to the rescue of one of our African nations in need. Did we see a rock when we knew that we only had under a year to plan for an event of this magnitude? No, we did not. Instead, we envisioned multitudes of people converging on our beloved country, South Africa, coming to witness a football spectacular and to celebrate that which the world has known us for as Africans, football, the beat at Africa's feet. Yesterday, the board reviewed the organization's state of readiness in preparation for the hosting of the Orange African Cup of Nations 2013 and approved the CEO's report on the preparations and plans for the tournament and commended the executive on the achievements and progress made to date, despite the challenges that faced us. As a board, we want to assure CAF, our government of the Republic of South Africa, the Africans, and South Africans in general, that we are ready to host the tournament that will be a memorable one. It is now up to the people to play their part. Notwithstanding the short timelines we had in preparation to host this tournament, the local organizing committee had worked tirelessly with all spheres of government and has managed to embark on a number of initiatives ranging from launching ticket sales in host cities, countdowns, joint planning workshops. All these initiatives have contributed immensely to the country's state of readiness to host all Africans in the diaspora and the world at large. As we now count a few days before kickoff, we are confident that the tournament will be a resounding success. And in conclusion, Program Director, I once more wish to publicly declare that we are ready to receive all soccer players, our commercial partners, football fans, and the entire sport family, as we are ready to celebrate Africa's football in our determination to cause Africa to rise to its feet. We thank you, Honorable Minister, for joining us in this new age African Cup of Nations 2010 Local Organizing Committee Business Breakfast, together with the SABC 2 Morning Live. We also want to thank some of our social partners who have joined us today. The United Against Malaria, UNAIDS, UNDP, working in partnership with Departments of Health, Social Development and Home Affairs. Your presence and participation is highly appreciated. We cannot wait for the 19th of January 2013, as we will unveil this tournament with an excitement in opening ceremony to kickstart the tournament. We will celebrate Africa, the beat at Africa's feet, the ultimate soccer tournament on African soil. Thank you very much.